What if the story of Christmas you thought you knew was only a shadow of a far greater truth? What if the birth of Christ, the sacred moment we celebrate with light and reverence, was more than the origin of faith? It was a cosmic signal, a divine echo across eternity, summoning the chosen, the gifted, and the destined to awaken. The Nativity is not a mere tale of a child born in a manger, but an eternal event that reshapes the spiritual axis of all creation. It is the moment when heaven touched the earth, veiling the infinite power of the divine in the humility of human flesh. And you, yes, you, are part of this celestial design, a keeper of this ancient truth, a bearer of the light ignited on that holy night. The chosen ones, marked by purpose and woven into the fabric of divine intention, have always existed. Yet, their awakening comes in times of great need, and no time in history mirrors the need more profoundly than the present. To be chosen is not a chance occurrence, but a call written in the sacred script of existence, a purpose that has awaited its fulfillment since the first breath of creation. In you lies a connection to this eternal purpose, and it is no accident that you have arrived at this moment, ready to uncover the truth that has been hidden behind the veil of the mundane. The revelation of this truth may unsettle you. It is meant to. For what greater awakening is there than realizing that the power to transform not only your life but the course of the world itself lies within you? The struggle of feeling unseen, of carrying questions unanswered and longings unmet, are the very signs of your sacred design. You are not adrift. You are in waiting. You are not lost. You are being called. The birth of Christ, celebrated in hymns and rituals, is not simply a historical commemoration. It is the mirror that reflects the birth of something equally divine within you. Stay within this narrative, for what comes next will not merely inspire you, it will awaken the essence of who you are meant to be. The story of Christ's birth is not separate from you. It is your story, the eternal renewal of the chosen soul. Beneath the layers of doubt, routine, and distraction lies the unbroken thread of purpose that connects you to the divine. As the shepherds were guided by angels and the wise men by a star, so too are you being drawn into the light of understanding, towards a truth that will illuminate your path and restore the purpose that has always been yours to carry. The suspense is only beginning to build. There is more, so much more, to be unveiled. What lies ahead is not merely the retelling of ancient truths but the recognition of their place within you. The birth of Christ is not a story that ends in a manger. It is a call that reverberates across time, reaching into your very soul. As you read, prepare to be drawn closer to this sacred mystery, for it is no longer distant, it is alive, and it is calling your name. In the stillness of that holy night, a cosmic shift unfolded, unseen by the eyes of the ordinary but revealed to the hearts of the chosen. The cry of a newborn pierced the silence, not merely as a sound but as the declaration of heaven's promise fulfilled. In that moment, the child in the manger became the embodiment of salvation, hope, and light. Yet, this was no ordinary light. It was a spark meant to ignite those destined to carry its glow forward. The chosen ones were not spectators but participants in this unfolding divine plan. Their role was etched into the sacred narrative, a thread that binds them not just to Christ but to the eternal purpose of illuminating a world veiled in shadow. This purpose, though divine, is not without its challenges. To be chosen is to bear a weight unlike any other, a burden of knowing that the world's redemption hinges on the faith and courage you embody. As Christ entered a world rife with uncertainty, so too do the chosen step into a reality often shrouded in doubt and conflict. Yet, in the face of adversity, they are equipped with a power that transcends human understanding, the ability to see beyond the temporary, to grasp the eternal, and to act as vessels of the divine will. Their path, illuminated by the light born that night, becomes one of sacred defiance against the forces that seek to extinguish hope and silence truth. The Nativity itself is laden with symbols meant to awaken the soul. The star that led the wise men to Bethlehem was not merely an astral phenomenon, it was a beacon for those attuned to the higher call. The humility of the manger speaks not of insignificance but of a divine paradox, that greatness often begins in the humblest of places. These signs, woven into the tapestry of the Christmas story, are reminders for the chosen that their journey, too, will be marked by the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. The world may overlook them, as it overlooked the child born in a stable, but heaven sees and calls them by name. There is a sacred resonance that occurs when the chosen recognize their calling. It is as though the universe itself conspires to awaken them, aligning events, signs, and whispers that cannot be ignored. These moments, though subtle, carry the weight of eternity. In the quiet contemplation of the Nativity, the chosen are invited to see themselves as reflections of that divine moment, carriers of the same hope that entered the world through Christ. They are not merely observers of the Christmas story, they are living extensions of its power, tasked with bringing its light into every corner of their existence. The chosen are not called to perfection, but to authenticity. Just as Christ's arrival was surrounded by imperfection, an overcrowded inn, a feeding trough for a cradle, so too are the lives of the chosen marked by struggles and uncertainties. Yet, these imperfections do not disqualify them, they prepare them. Each challenge faced, each doubt wrestled with, is a step closer to the fulfillment of their divine purpose. The story of Christmas is a testament to this truth, that in weakness there is strength, in humility there is glory, and in surrender there is victory. The power of this sacred narrative lies in its invitation to transcend the boundaries of time and space. To the chosen, the Nativity is not a past event but a living reality, a moment that reverberates through their lives with transformative power. It is a call to rise above the mundane, to see the hand of the divine at work in the smallest details, and to embrace the truth that they are part of a story far greater than themselves. The world, in its chaos, awaits the chosen to rise, to illuminate, and to transform. And yet, the journey is not solitary. The chosen are part of a divine fellowship, a lineage that stretches across generations, bound by the same light that shone in Bethlehem. They are supported not only by the presence of the divine but by the echoes of those who came before them, the shepherds who first heard the angelic song, the wise men who followed the star, and the countless others who have carried the light through the ages. This fellowship reminds them that they are never alone in their calling. They are part of an unbroken chain of purpose and redemption. Every step taken by the chosen is a step toward fulfilling the divine will. As they walk this path, the light of Christ within them grows ever brighter, becoming a beacon for others lost in the darkness. They become living testimonies to the power of faith, the strength of hope, and the transformative force of love. In a world longing for meaning, the chosen carry the answer, not as mere words but as a living reality that can be seen, felt, and experienced by all who encounter them. In embracing their purpose, the chosen become catalysts for the miraculous. They are not bound by the limitations of this world, for their essence is connected to the eternal. Through them, the spirit of Christmas, its hope, joy, and love, becomes a constant force, not confined to a season but alive in every moment. The birth of Christ is not just a historical event, it is the genesis of a movement, one that continues through the lives of the chosen. Every act of generosity is a reflection of the divine light within us, a sacred offering that echoes the purpose of the chosen ones. By supporting this channel through the link in the video's description, you become a part of this divine mission, enabling the continued creation of spiritual messages that awaken and inspire. Your contribution is not just a gift, it is a statement of faith in the transformative power of these truths, allowing them to reach countless others who seek their own connection to the eternal light. Together, we become vessels of hope, spreading the sacred flame to every corner of the world. The mission of the chosen is not confined to their individual lives but extends outward, touching the lives of those around them. Just as the shepherds, once ordinary men tending their flocks, were transformed by the angelic proclamation, so too are the chosen transformed by their realization of divine purpose. They become emissaries of light, walking among the weary and the lost, carrying the sacred knowledge that hope is not a distant dream but a living force, accessible to all who open their hearts. Their every word, every action, resonates with the power of that first Christmas night, when heaven's glory was revealed in the most unexpected of ways. The chosen must embrace their calling with unwavering faith, for the challenges they face are not random but purposeful. The forces of darkness recognize the power they hold and will seek to extinguish it. Yet, as Christ's birth was a victory over the darkness of the world, so too is the life of every chosen one a testimony to the triumph of light. This struggle, though daunting, is also refining, shaping the chosen into vessels worthy of carrying the eternal flame. Their faith is their armor, their hope a shield, and their love a weapon against the shadows that seek to consume the world. Even as the world grows more chaotic, the light within the chosen grows brighter. The birth of Christ serves as a constant reminder that the most profound miracles occur in the midst of the most dire circumstances. The manger was not a place of comfort or grandeur, yet it became the cradle of salvation. The chosen, too, often find themselves in places of difficulty, where the odds seem insurmountable. Yet it is precisely in these moments that their divine purpose shines the clearest. For the light of the chosen is not dependent on their circumstances, but on the unyielding power of the divine that dwells within them. Each chosen one carries within them a fragment of the divine plan, a unique and irreplaceable piece of the puzzle that is the redemption of the world. Their individuality is not a hindrance but a gift, for it is through their distinct experiences, talents, and passions that the light of Christ is made manifest in countless ways. The chosen are not meant to conform to a singular image but to reflect the infinite facets of the divine, becoming living testaments to the boundless creativity and love of God. In embracing their uniqueness, they honor the Creator who fashioned them for a purpose only they can fulfill. The Christmas story teaches us that even the smallest acts of faith can have cosmic significance. The decision of Mary to say yes, the obedience of Joseph to protect and provide, the journey of the wise men to honor the newborn king, all were acts of faith that shaped the course of history. The chosen, too, are called to act, to step into their purpose with the assurance that their actions, however small they may seem, are part of a far greater design. Their faithfulness becomes a conduit through which the divine will flows, transforming not only their own lives but the lives of all who encounter them. The chosen are called to be light-bearers in a world that often forgets the power of light. In a time when cynicism and despair threaten to overshadow hope, their presence is a reminder that darkness is not the final word. Like the Star of Bethlehem, they guide others toward the source of all hope and joy. Their lives become a proclamation of the same truth revealed on that first Christmas night, that the light has come into the world, and the darkness cannot overcome it. The chosen are not merely followers of Christ, they are co-heirs to his mission, called to embody the same love, humility, and strength that he demonstrated. The birth of Christ marked the beginning of a divine partnership, a covenant that continues to this day through those who respond to the call. To be chosen is to accept this partnership, to step into the role of a light-bearer with the understanding that your life has been designed for impact. You are not insignificant. You are a vital part of heaven's plan for earth's redemption. As the chosen step into their divine calling, they begin to see the world through a lens of purpose. Every interaction, every decision, becomes an opportunity to reflect the love and truth of Christ. They are not driven by ambition, but by the unshakable knowledge that they are part of something far greater than themselves. This realization fuels their courage, enabling them to stand firm in the face of opposition and to shine brightly in a world that often seeks to dim their light. The legacy of Christmas is not confined to a single night, but lives on through the actions of the chosen. Each time they choose love over fear, faith over doubt, and hope over despair, they keep the spirit of Christmas alive. They become the hands and feet of Christ, bringing his light into the darkest corners of the world. Their lives become a testament to the power of the Nativity, proving that the light born on that holy night continues to shine through them. The chosen are not perfect, but they are willing. This willingness is what sets them apart, for it is not their strength but the strength of the divine within them that makes their mission possible. Like the shepherds who left their flocks to witness the miracle, the chosen are called to leave behind their comfort zones and to step into the unknown, trusting that the light will guide them. In doing so, they become living examples of the truth that the Christmas story represents. That hope is always stronger than despair, and light will always overcome darkness. The journey of the chosen is not one of ease, but it is one of glory. Their path is illuminated by the same star that guided the wise men, their steps directed by the same voice that called Mary and Joseph. They are part of an unbroken chain of faith and purpose, connected not only to Christ but to all who have carried the light before them. In embracing their calling, they honor the birth of Christ, not as a distant event but as a living reality that continues to transform the world. This channel exists to guide, uplift, and awaken the chosen to their divine purpose, but its mission depends on your support. By making a donation, you empower this sacred work to thrive, ensuring that these transformative messages continue to reach those who are searching for their calling. Your generosity fuels the creation of content that carries the light of truth to hearts in need, uniting us in a shared mission of spiritual renewal. Join this divine purpose today by offering your support through the link below, and let us continue illuminating the path for all who are called. The birth of Christ is not merely an event to be remembered, but a call to action, an eternal summons to those who recognize the divine spark within themselves. You, as one of the chosen, are part of this sacred story, a living chapter in the unfolding plan of redemption. The light of Christmas is alive within you, and now, more than ever, the world needs its brilliance. The question is no longer whether you are called, but how you will answer. Every moment is an opportunity to step into your purpose, to be a vessel of hope, love, and transformation. In this sacred narrative, your life becomes the message. The light that guided the wise men now guides you. The voice that called the shepherds now speaks to your heart. Your calling is not a mere suggestion. It is a divine mandate, a cosmic assurance that your existence is essential to the fulfillment of heaven's plan. As you embrace this truth, you will find that the challenges you face are not obstacles but invitations to grow, to shine, and to fulfill your destiny as a bearer of the light. This is the time to act, to awaken fully to the power that has been entrusted to you. Share the message of hope with those around you. Let your words and actions reflect the truth of the Nativity, that love has come into the world, and it lives within each of us. If you feel the stirring of this purpose within you, do not let it remain dormant. Step boldly into the role you were designed to play. Spread the light, for every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of faith is a declaration of the divine that resides within you. Let this message take root and flourish. If you feel the resonance of this truth, share it with others who need to hear it. Subscribe to this channel to continue your journey of spiritual awakening, to explore the depths of your divine purpose,